Shuffle. I want to go across to Editor Strategic Affairs Gaurav Sawant, who's joining us on this broadcast. Gaurav, you've been speaking to a lot of the ministers. They're obviously quite excited. But what did the Prime Minister communicate to these 22 ministers to be when they came and had chai and dhokla with him this morning?
That they need to indeed work hard. He said, I'm the Pradhan Sevak and all of you need to work hard to realize a dream to take India where we want to take this country. When he spoke to Colonel Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, he just said, come have breakfast with me and then take oath as a minister. As what? Colonel Rathore still doesn't know or hasn't officially been informed, so he's keeping it a secret. As far as Manohar Parrikar is concerned, well, most say he's getting the Defence Ministry. He's been taking feelers from officers in the Ministry of Defence. There's already a SWOT analysis that's been done from what we've been told. But he himself is saying, I don't know, it's the Prime Minister's prerogative. At the same time, he's also said, I'm being brought into Delhi because quick decisions, hard decisions need to be taken in a transparent manner, and I'm known for that.
Okay, that's interesting. Quick, transparent decisions. And the other thing is, like Saint Anthony had a halo of honesty around him, Manu, Manohar Parrikar also is known to be very, very honest. That's the one reputation he carries. And when you're in a ministry as murky as the Defence Ministry, that's a good reputation to have.
That's correct. But also, with being honest, you also have to make decisions. The problem that Anthony happened over the last 3 years was he was transparent, but no decisions were taken because he was too afraid to take them, scared of a corruption scandal. So Parrikar, we hope, can take those hard decisions. He needs to. The biggest thing that is coming up right now for him will be legalizing foreign agents in defence deals. So that's something that the ministry is already debating, and Parrikar will have to take a decision on that. That can smoothen.
That will be a bold decision. Can you legalize lobbyists? In India, they don't like the word lobbyists. They're a reality. Defense agents exist all across the world. In India, we try and act like ostriches, pretending that they don't exist. One of the interesting things is I met Manohar Parrikar on board INS Vikramaditya. Manu, you were there as well, right? And he was right with the Prime Minister when the guns were being fired. And he was very excited. He was looking around, trying to understand all the equipment. So in that sense, at least machines excite him. And he brings that youth sense to this ministry, but he has huge challenges to be able to deal with.
Plus, also he has a background in IIT. He's an engineer by education, so that also brings him a bit more information on technology and how it works. The challenges are huge, especially for somebody who's not been in Delhi, who's not worked the system. He will first have to deal with the bureaucracy, which is very, very strong in the Defence Ministry. He'll have to break through that. He has to get them on his own side to make sure that decisions are taken on time, and the work is way.
Here is Y.S. Chaudhary from the TDP. He's being brought into the Modi government on the TDP quota. The Prime Minister called up Chandrababu Naidu, asked him to depute one person who would be sworn in this cabinet expansion. He's a big businessman. Here is what Y.S. Chaudhary told us about the expectations he has now that he's being sworn in as minister.
Celebrations here at Y.S. Chaudhary's house. We just talking to him. So congratulations. Your loyalty towards TDP, towards Andhra Pradesh and towards Chandrababu Naidu has paid dividends. How do you now really plan to take on this very particular portfolio? Has that portfolio been given? What was the discussion in the tea party?
No, loyalty and our hard work definitely paid for the party to come back to the power, and portfolios are not yet decided. And in this alliance, definitely this is a very good time for the nation. Particularly, this is first time after 30 years we have got the good majority without any day-to-day issues. So we hope to serve for the country extremely well.
Those who've been covering Parliament would see you holding the placard saying "Save Andhra Pradesh." So we've seen that struggle that you really went through. But in that particular sense, how do you really plan to say your state is a new state now, new infrastructure is required? So how are you going to manage the centre-state relation as well as focus on both centre-state?
No, both the states are important for us. Now once I come to centre, in the interest of the people of Telugu, we need to work. At that point of time, undoubtedly we fought for the unification because our point was all along they were not doing in scientific manner.
So you say you're not going to be biased against Telangana?
No way. Where is the question of bias? All of Telugu people and our party stand all along that there should be mutual understanding between both the people. people of Telugu, because they are all Telugu people. Only geographically they are saying in one 10 districts and the other people are in 13 districts.
You're obviously in the alliance partnership with BJP, but there has been a time when TDP actually dabbled with third front, the fourth front. Chandrababu Naidu would hold meetings with other people. So there was no clarity. So do you think it's been a belated action as far as TDP is concerned?
No, that is the beauty of democracy. It's all changes. So that is the reason when things have changed, and we have definitely aligned with a party which can give good governance to this country.
YS Chaudhary speaking to headlines today and obviously spelling out that he's going to be working around the clock, same way as Modi functions. With camera person Anil, this is Kamaljeet Sandhu in Delhi for Headlines Today.
What I want to do now is play out excerpts from interviews that we did with a whole cross-section of BJP leaders, some of whom are becoming ministers and others are commenting on this cabinet reshuffle. So starting with Rajiv Ruri, here's a sense of some of the mantris to be and what they're saying just minutes now to go for this big cabinet reshuffle to take place.
It's a great opportunity to get an opportunity to work with Mr. Modi as a
मित्रों को बहुत बहुत शुभकामना देता हूँ। मैं कुछ बोलूँगा उतना ही सुनिए। मैं मेरे सभी मित्रों को बहुत बहुत शुभकामना देता हूँ।
Babul Supriya, the big famous singer, he now doesn't like Jyoti, the fact that people keep calling him a singer. He takes himself as a very serious politician. He got really irritated when at the Mahapanchayat, after everything, we said, "Ek gana ga ke suna do." He said, "Ab gaane bajane ke din gaye, ab desh ko theek karna hai."
Well, hopefully he will last longer than Kabir Suman lasted when he joined the Trinamool Congress. But remember that
they don't have any option in West Bengal.
That's the thing, and I think
they got SS Ahluwalia. They got SS Ahluwalia. Chandan Mitra lost the election. At least he won from Asansol in a tough seat, and they're expanding.
And SS Ahluwalia has been there for donkey's years.
No. Remember that the BJP is making a dent, or is hoping to make a dent into West Bengal. So what better than a singer who attracts the crowds, who gathers the people, and waits for then perhaps Narendra Modi to come on stage and galvanizes the crowd.
The only problem is the singer refuses to acknowledge himself as one. He is a legend in his own mind. He sees himself as a statesman.
Hey, he's an elected MP, Javed.
And so is SS Ahluwalia. He's been there for 20 years. He's been a 5-time MP. He's won 2 elections and 3 Rajya Sabha elections. The fact that you don't like, by you I mean the powers that be may not like SS Ahluwalia, but you can't disregard his track record.
SS Ahluwalia was always considered very, very close to Sushma Swaraj in the current scheme of things in the BJP. That is something that may have gone against him because he was the foil to Arun Jaitley in the Rajya Sabha, and that's something that in the internal political matrix of the BJP may not have gone down very well, and therefore Babul Supriya, even though he won very emphatically, being given an opportunity to come in as the new face of the Bharatiya Janata Party in West Bengal, a state where the BJP is expanding rapidly. I want your thoughts, Sunil Alagh, on the fact that outsiders are being rewarded, whether it is a Chaudhary Birender Singh, you've also got Ram Kirpal Yadav in Bihar. Now usually the BJP says those who've come from the outside cannot get positions of prominence. However, in this instance, we're seeing these leaders being made ministers. What's the message that you think is being sent out? Javed says it's an acknowledgement that real politics is all that matters. You need the Yadavs in Bihar before the big assembly elections in 2016. Chaudhary Birender Singh is required because you've got to take care and assuage the Jats in Haryana now that you've appointed ML Khattar, who's a Punjabi, as Chief Minister of Haryana. Are some of those the considerations that would have played on the Prime Minister's mind?
You know, as far as I'm concerned, I've said about 20 to 25% are political positions, but 75% is what I said, the honest lot, and the ones who are going to perform. See, the important thing is that, you know what I'm turning around and saying, and I want to answer one question of Sanjay Jha's, is that he always answers his own answer regardless of the question you ask. And we were discussing about the portfolio, and he went into the performance of BJP and Supreme Court. Supreme Court's ruling on black money is actually a thing on 2.5 years what was Congress doing. And the last 3 months is what was BJP. I mean, that's the one issue which he's forgotten to highlight. All the same, all I want to say is that this man, Mr. Modi, you've got to understand, he hasn't announced the portfolios. Why doesn't he announce?